Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very creamy, actually strawberries and cream protein drink shake type thing, half beverage, half physical nutrients. So welcome back to the game, and in the previous episode we were getting some more prisoners in our permanent lockdown facility, which for the most part is fairly still and is basically functioning as intended, which is good to see. And the main problem really was food. The prisoners were not all getting fed. Now there's been many a comment left as to potential fixes, so thank you for that. Lots of the suggestions go to either the staffing levels, whether it be because of cooks, or mainly it's probably because the guards have to individually take a food tray and then deliver it to a cell and come back. It's proving to be a bit of an issue there. I don't know why there's random meals just being left on the floor. So here we go, look. So this is what they do. They grab the food and then they take it to the sort of cell doors and such. So yeah, people suggesting that we put in more guards. Problem with that is obviously it costs money and such, which isn't too much of an issue these days. I should point out I've ran it a couple of more in-game days. We got 15,000, getting about 19,000 per day, and I paid off all of the bank loans. So we're going to be taking a big bank loan anyway for cloning purposes. But one of the suggestions, which I thought was quite inspired, is if we go over to regime, why not just change it so it's 3 hours of eat? So the guards have another hour to bring food to the cell doors. It means you don't need any more guards, but it doesn't really cost you much more. It just didn't occur to me to go beyond more than 2 hours of eat. I think it's just so ingrained as a default thing. You have 2 hours of eat and you'll be fine. So yeah, that's the solution. Anyway, we're going to be cracking on with some building on this one. I'm going to take up a fairly big bank loan and go to quick build, custom and cloning, and I do think that it's going to be one of those times where basically it's just going to be the all clone all the time channel for, well, probably the remainder of the series. I actually think that the series won't probably go on for much longer, realistically, because we've got, just these two other cell blocks to do. So it's just a little bit of cloning, and then you're pretty much done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the running track around this area here. I do that just so the workers have a bit more of, basically more speed, more better. Anyway. Standard procedure, we get on with building and we have a look at the prisoners and have a quick cursory glance. What I'm looking for is people without handcuffs on, and I think we're okay for the time being. Yeah, I'm not going to beat myself up over missing one or two inmates out of the 60 that we have at the moment. Yes, 60. So we'll see how we get on. This is going to be another high-risk zone, and then we go over to Supermax, and that's where the money basically gets absolutely turbocharged. So that'll be of note. We will obviously have to get some more staff as well. That's just something we're going to have to do. And why have they not built the remainder of this? I mean, I can't have not clicky, draggy it. Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't know what's going on there. That's very curious indeed. I don't know. They are cracking on with it. It's just been left until the end there. Obviously, this is just the foundation. Once the foundation is in, then we spend a lot of money on truck. And I'm going to go over to deployment and to max sec, and then obviously change all of this to max sec once it's finished calculating that. And yeah, we don't have enough money. Okay, let's go to grants. And do I need any more? We might get away with it. Actually, we might just get away with not picking up another loan. You can see all the stuff we bought there, it's a big list. Yeah, it's I think it'll be okay for the remainder of this one. Yeah, fine, right. Let's go over to some staffing. Actually, technically it is in here. I'm actually already in here. Patrols, and we're going to see about assigning a dog handler and an armed guard. Obviously, we do need to hire some armed guards. I think I got rid of most of them. Yes, we've got we haven't got any at all, actually. So we've got 20 guards, we've got the provision for 5 guards, and we've got 10 dog handlers. I think we need to double the amount of dog handlers and, well, obviously get some more normal guards as well, but it'll really depend on, the type of inmates that we get and all of that side of things. And that's Paul Moon there, who I'm guessing recent misconduct is attacked staff. Oh, it's attacked everything. It's okay. So let's have a quick look. It says attacked staff and serious injury, but it also says attacked staff multiple times and Yeah, 2 more, but lockdown permanent, which is obviously the whole goal. People have suggested, why don't we just go with a lockdown all sectors? I think that's because, and obviously I've not 100% on this one, but when you have the lockdown permanent misconduct in there, it gives them that suppression effect. Whereas if you just do it from this, that's just ordering them to stay in the cells. So it's a bit different from this list, as far as I'm aware. It might not be, but anyway, that's you know, that's how it is to my knowledge. Anyway, going back through this one and just seeing if there's anyone else to put into lockdown permanent, and I don't think there is. So definitely hiring some more workers would speed things up, but it wouldn't really alter the bank balance in a positive way. And you know, if there's one thing we've got, like all these prisoners, is time. They've got a lot of time, especially the some of these high risk ones. So like Stephen Shopland, 14 years. Okay, bad example. It's not that long. There's 11 years. Actually, they're almost about to leave. 24 years. That's more like it. 39 years. What would they been up to? Felix Bird. Murder, violent disorder, and assaulting an officer, and 1 stint there. Okay, fair enough. Let's go over to reform, and okay, that's well, the noises of discontent are also available. Yes, 47% average reoffending rate. Punishment and reform are maxed out. Work is 0, and security grade is 4. I was wondering, obviously we went for this one, you know, the previous prison, we went with a sort of all work all the time. We've been reform before that one, and this one was all like permanent lockdown. I wonder if there's a way to combine permanent lockdown with something else. I don't think so. I think it's a fairly sort of standard thing. If they're a permanent lockdown, yeah, there's not much else you can really do. But I'm not 100%. If you have any tips, suggestions, as always, leave them down below. We've got 14 grand, and we are making about 17, but obviously that'll fluctuate as we get more inmates and things like that. Staff programs, we've finished most of the guard taser certification. There's 2 in the queue. I'm not going to run it for 2. It's a 72% pass rate. I'm not too sure whether that's average or not. We've got fire safety training. It says they've all finished, but it also says that people are still attending the course. No, they're not attending the course because they're not here. Okay, I'm just going to stop that and save ourselves a bit of money. In terms of the grant, I do want to be, again, trying to pay this off. This is a temporary thing. You pick it up, build what we can, and then basically reduce it down, because we're losing 2,500 per day just off the interest. So, yeah. Oh, it seems to be kicking off somewhat. Simon... Yes, what are they up to? They appear to be hitting Ellie, the dog handler, and Atticus, the dog, and also Paul Beveridge is starving. Okay, and we have some more inmates. Let's have a quick look at informants. We got a high-risk inmate with green thumb. All right, fine. One thing I do need to check out is the wiring, because there is some wiring to be done. Yeah, lots of wiring actually. So let's just do phone tap here. I don't need to have any more than what we currently have in terms of phone taps. You know, you can only listen in on one of the conversations at a time, but considering we've got not a huge amount of inmates, it doesn't really matter. There we go. We'll also have to do the same over here, but obviously build it first. Yeah, I'll probably build it first. Why not? Prisoner uniform and staff meal money, that's fine. And, oh, okay, that's a bit of a problem. We've got 72 prisoners and 69 capacity. Is that just because of the way it's spawned prisoners? Probably. Will we fix it by building this? Probably. Intake is just fill capacity. So, yeah. And there's the prisoner there's the prisoner intake. Oh, no, how far it's gone. 75 of 71. Okay. We might get away with it. I'm just going to pay off some of these loans here. And we can see we've got some more inmates. Oh, is that half? Oh, right. Well, lots of these inmates going here. Now, obviously the new area here, this will be the one that's mainly the one we have to focus on. So just going to double check the deployment is all correct. And what is going on down there? It appears that Paul Chisholm is having a bit of a fight. So lockdown permanent. I'm going to do the same for these here. This is Chris the vacuum cleaner Brown. Lockdown permanent. No, hang on. Lockdown permanent. You have to unpause it. Oh, hang on. Are they going to be... Yes. Oh, there's a taser gone off. Volatile and fearless. And this guy's got an unknown reputation. Well, not a good reputation, obviously. Not anymore. Okay. Let's go with lockdown permanent. And yes, you guessed it, lockdown permanent. I'm going to go through the full list here. And hopefully we'll be alright for this. Obviously there'll be lots of inmates as well that have been recently brought in. End punishment for that guy, but then go for lockdown permanent. And through this middle one, lockdown permanent. Nobody actually in this cell. I don't know if it's actually completed or not. Do they have it? Because I started there. Not all. Lockdown permanent. Alright. I'm going to go from the prisoner tab. And what I tend to do is zoom in, and then you mouse over, and then you can just do that. Open that up again. There's Wagstaff. And most of them appear to be in dormitories. I'm still a little bit on the fence with the dormitories. They've worked, you know, there's not been any huge issue. I'm just very conscious that they're a bit different, and the only reason I did it in the first place was basically to use up some space that otherwise we wouldn't be doing anything with. So it was an afterthought that seems to have worked out. I don't know what it would afford us if we were to utilise this. What could we do with the space better? I just don't have an answer to that, which is, like I say, the main reason why we put the dormitories in. And there's not been any like major event. I mean, obviously, most of the violence, any escapes and stuff, they've mainly taken place from. There's an eagle beak. They've mainly taken place from the dormitories. So, yeah, not great, not terrible. I think that's everybody pretty much that is now set. And these guys, I don't know what I can really do with them. I mean, they'll just have to cycle through with people coming and going, I think. Yeah, alright. Well, it's going to hit sleep time and immediately the danger level goes down. I'm going to go for a shakedown all sectors because I've not done one in quite some time. 1,062 places to search. We've had really large maps with follow-up expansions that have got a lot less than that in the past. It's just because there's so many items in each of the cells. Did I actually count them? I can't remember. Let's have a quick look. So, actually, it's not really a good idea to count it now because everything's flashing away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 items in each of the cells. Yeah, I don't think there's any other ones there. I'm going to stop this shakedown because it's going to go to... Oh, lockup. Let's have a quick look. Don't really need that lockup there, do we? Because they're all lockup permanent. I could just free time it. There'll have been a reason why I've done it, though. Can't think of what that one was. Probably something to do with a grant or something. Anyway, yeah, this extra hour of eat on top of this one, we can see that food is looking pretty good. We're up to 49-50% there, and then it stops. But the need is not like up the top like critical and such, so that's the main thing. We can see that this cell block is now completed, so I'm going to get rid of that grant. And they're not drones, you know, they need free time to keep them going. I think that's on about the guards and such. Yeah. Policy? No. Needs, staff needs. We'll get 15% on the break. So, upping it by 5%. And see if they can look after that need. Obviously, we are... curious. I was going to say understaffed, but I don't know if that is the case. Are we understaffed or not? I mean, it is working, and if we definitely were understaffed, then there would obviously be problems. But so far, not so much. Anyway, I'm just going to put in the last remaining bit of running track. No, there's the end of that. We can't go any further. All right, I'll just wait for the evening to pass because we've got prisoner reformed reward 2,000, which is good, and also we'll be getting in power export. Oh, we've already got that actually, so pretty happy with that one. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for... I'm actually going to fix over here, because obviously there was a lot of stuff that I removed and sold, and that's because we absolutely needed to. But it was never supposed to be like that permanently. I obviously want to get things back to normal. I'm going to go with a bit of a walkway. Rooms. Are there any other rooms that we need? Need, no. Want, that's a different question to ask ourselves. Don't need a morgue. Common room, no. Yard, no. None of that stuff. Visitation, no. Library? No, don't think so. Because there is literature. There's almost no need. Yeah, the inmates can look after it themselves from the little bookshelf there. And... oh yeah, I mentioned about the... where was it? It was in here. It'll be in somewhere. The vending machines, which is... yeah, the vending machines, the prisoners can use them, but they do need money to do that, and obviously they don't work. And why has that happened? Okay. Over to more of these inmates, and just going to zoom right in, and we'll say lockdown permanent. Standard procedure by now. That's one of the things we have to do all the time. That's one of the things I'm actually looking forward to, is when we get more higher risk inmates. More high risk inmates means they often have longer sentences, so we only have to really do this once. And I'm actually very tempted to start and... that guy loves a fight. Can't walk past one. Extremely volatile, that's why. Yeah. I mean, I'm very tempted to turn off intake for, say, low risk, and let those filter through naturally with not parole, because we don't have it, but finishing their sentence. Well, this is the cleaner. He's got 20 years. 12 years for blackmail. How curious. Yeah. But let them go through, free this up, and then change that to high risk. That'll be a future me thing, I think. Anyway, let's go with quick build and custom and cloning, and we're going to do the top one again. It's going to be a bit expensive. We can get another loan. I'm going to have to get another double loan there, but I think that should be fine. Custom, cloning, and that goes in there. And I was going to put some flooring in and around this area to make it look a bit better. It's going to come down like that. The laundry will get white tiles, as will the infirmary. This thing, it's going to get the... do we use triangular? We did use triangular. It's a bit of a weird... it's a bit of a weird one to have in, but we'll do it. Oh, and one thing that's been bugging me up here. Oh, we can't place them there. The triangular tiles, because it's not. That's not a foundation. We've had a similar problem down there, so I might say about. We'll fix that later on. I don't want to stop the workers doing what they're doing, because they've got a lot on their plate already. So, yeah, we will let them crack on. And this thing's going to be Supermax. Now, this one does concern me, and we definitely need some armed guards for this one. In fact, I'm tempted to... I need more dog handlers. More dog handler, more better. There's 8 dog handlers. And the armory. We need more guard lockers. I think they'll come now. There's the buyout. Alright. Deployment, Supermax only. And there it is. Okay. Good. So we're buying some stuff, but the problem is that we don't have the money to buy everything. I'm not going to pick up another loan because it'll be 25 grand, and we're probably only a couple of thousand short. So I don't want to take that interest to... I don't even know what it would go to. A lot. It'll be over 3,000, right? Well, actually, is it 1,250 per 25,000? Probably. Yeah. So we'll go to 13,750. Don't need that in my life. No, definitely don't need that in my life. So we do have more of these. Doggos. Ah, so we did do power export, but prisoner reoffending fine. That's a bit of a shame. Now, will I be able to pay off this? Will I be able to pay off the interest rate on the loan? Hopefully. Staff programs, guard taser, only 2 in the queue. So I don't need to do that. Is there any cell-based programs? I don't think there is. Workshop safety, no. Oh, by the way, on that, people have asked why would I pick up the prison manufacturing facility if we weren't going to get it. It's literally one of the grants that we picked up just for money's sake of it, because you get 20 grand. Just picking up 20 grand. So, yeah, you might as well. Kitchen safety and hygiene, no. Carpentry, foundation education, general education, behavioural therapy is in an office, yes. Pharmacological treatment is in the infirmary. Alcoholics group, that's in the common room. Parole is in a parole. Spiritual guidance is in chapel. Solar panel development is a workshop. Flower therapy is a flower garden. Animal therapy is a meeting room. Conflict resolution is meeting room. 3 strikes is common room, and the other one is classroom. And then finally, meeting room. So, no, basically, there's nothing you can really do with sort of lockdown permanent. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and check out prisoners, because there might have been the odd new one, and doesn't look like. It's probably because they are still waiting. Well, basically there's going to be a queue backed up here, and that's what's going on there. So fine. There's a tunnel, potentially a tunnel. I don't think it's legitimate. Nah, I don't think so. That's fine then. That's utterly fine. What have we got on the trucks here? Arcade cabinets, oh, they're expensive. And then sofa truck. Then sofa and radio truck. Then the rug truck. Then the food and rug truck. And it keeps going on and on ad infinitum. So this is going to be our very first intake of Supermax. And you get 2,000 for every time you pick one up. There's a little bit of power export, taking us to 11, which is good. Once all these inmates arrive, by the way, we'll probably have enough money to just absolutely pay off that loan in maybe not one hit. Depends actually when. Depends actually. We're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 20, or 24 grand. No, that can't be right. You get 2,000 for Supermax. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 grand just off the Supermax. Yeah, just off the Supermax intake alone, we'll have enough to probably pay that loan off, and obviously we're still going up with cash money now as we progress on. It helps us as well that every time we load the save, it doesn't remember the 3rd grant. It's just been a bug for, since I can remember. So you end up having to pick up not having to, but you can pick up cell block C every time you load the game. So we're not saving and loading it and being abusive with that. It's just, it's part of the game on this build, which is just the latest version on Steam. All DLC installed, but not necessarily being utilised in this build. In fact, this is a fairly pedestrian build, fairly vanilla as it goes. And in any time now, I'm going to see probably a big intake of visitors of prisoners, and right, okay, that's in the sort of maroon colours, which indicates that yes, indeed, we have lots of inmates from Supermax. Okay, it's going to take a while to go through all of this one and sort it, but we will do that. Just realised we've got 40 grand, so I can go and decrease that bank loan, which is very handy. And back over to prisoners, and we got like some new prisoners like Kevil here. So I'm just going to pause it And cycling through, Tom Keevil there, lockdown permanent. And yeah, we've got a Busby. There they are there, lockdown permanent. Obviously, these are just some of the replacements. That's not really my concern. You can see as well, they all appear to end up in... Hang on, did that not work? Yeah, it didn't work on Bird. That's because I'm not on them. Bird. You can hear some munching going on as well. And Aaron Spurlock. And then, yeah, Hornick. Yeah, as I said, I was saying, it's all of the new guys go to the dormitories, it appears. It just happens to be that's the case. Right. I'm going to have to do the same again in these cells. But I'm going to wait until the morning. In fact, I'm going to wait until this thing's built. 2 prisoners have been unable to be assigned to a cell. Okay. That's a thing. There's some more prisoners coming in. And there's that 30 grand. So, bank loan is now totally paid off. Just from this intake alone. Which is fairly handy. Going to go over to... Do I need to get some armed guards in? I'll pick up... I'm just going to start picking up the armed guards. Not physically. We don't need to do that. Let's go with lockdown permanent in all of these new cells, which they're not fully occupied just yet. But just go through, do what we can. Hughes and Shaw. Just double check the list again. From the top, seems fine. Mid-sec is okay. Low risk appears to be fine. And must have missed out some of these ones. I don't know why Supermax at the bottom. You would think it would go in rank order. So minimum at the bottom and then max at the top. Or just low, medium, high, Supermax. You'd think it would go in that order, but nope, apparently it just goes at the bottom. I'm guessing that's because Supermax is an addition, or a later addition. Like I say, assume perhaps wrongly. Right, we're just going to check patrols here, and we do need to assign a doggo patrol, and we need to assign an armed guard. In fact, while I'm here, I'm just going to do the same. And doggo patrol. Oh, I've got that wrong. Yes. Remove that. Remove that. Hang on. Hang on. Plus 10 generic confusion points here. That's all fine. It was just this one, I think. I just had it slightly the other way around. It wouldn't have really mattered. But, yeah, just to keep the peace, I'll do that. Right, okay. Well, obviously we don't have nowhere near the amount of armed guards that we need. We need 8, which basically means we need probably 10 or 12. Quite expensive, but it is what it is. We're going to leave that for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Overall, pretty happy with progress. We've got 2 new cell blocks, including some high Supermax inmates. So, yes, we'll have to keep an eye on those, see what the deal is. I'm hoping that it doesn't really matter what type of inmates we're going to get at this stage. Basically, the permanent lockdown and the design of the facility is such that we can get to capacity and incorporate pretty much everything. Okay. Well, next episode will probably be the last building episode, unless we go for an expansion, but I think we'll probably... I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, we'll see. We need to finish this off, and definitely need to put the perimeter wall in. That's something I've been putting off for quite some time. I want sniper towers in too. Not that we've needed them up to this stage, but if I didn't put them in, it would be a bit remiss of me. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.